in observing dependent arising, praticya samutpada, we come to realize that who we are is this ever-changing confluence of interrelated elements, and that everything we experience expresses this kind of interplayfulness between mind and world, its world. And I say mind and its world because we all have a different, we all have a very different world, and yet there's some kind of overlap, which is really amazing if you think about it. We've been born into different conditions. We see things in different ways, and yet we have language agreements and ways that we communicate that allow us to participate in life together. And I can talk about, well, what does it mean to be yourself? And you will think, yeah, what does that mean? And then you can reflect, and we can meet based on having had basic human experiences together. And that is a really, really precious. And we meet in our suffering, we meet in our joy, we meet in our perceptions to a certain extent, and in other ways not, which is why there's so much creativity and conflict in the world, because in many ways we don't see the same thing. In many ways, we contribute because we don't see the same things. We help each other learn. And in other ways, we have so much conflict. So the point of praticya samutpada is that everything is always in relationship. And actually, all things are made of relationships. So when we talk about relationship, we're talking about, we see things as being whole or singular, but they're actually made of parts. For example, the human body is made out of parts. If we were just one part, if we were singular or whole, we couldn't move. We'd be inert, because we have joints and we have bones and the blood is moving and the heart is pumping. It's a very dynamic system of interrelated parts that's always changing. Therefore, it's dynamic and moving, right? It's not inert or stuck in being singular. So even the parts have parts. And those parts have parts. And we could break it down to an atom. The term atom means, in Greek, the Greek root of atom means it can't be broken. But the atom has been broken, as a theory. Atom is kind of a theory. The atom's been broken, and many theories came out of that. And, many particles have come out of that, and particleless particles have come out of that. Energy has come out of that, and so these are ideas. And as long as there's a part, there's directionality. As long as we can say there's a thing, then it's composite. It's not singular or whole. And that's a beautiful idea. It means that you just keep opening things. And it's not about reducing anything to dust, because every time you look into something, it just gets richer, actually. But at the same time, maybe you can't find its thingness.